What would be a funny thing to say to a surgeon before anesthesia kicks in 5 seconds later? The last time I tried to say something funny right before surgery, they were about to put me out and I said, "Go easy on me, doc. It's my first time." I gave a little chuckle, and so did the doctor. He then picked up a scalpel and said, "Don't worry, it's my first time too." And then I promptly blacked out. I would give the doctor a gold for that one. Right before I went under to have surgery on my septum, I was about to start counting backwards before they put the mask on. Does anyone need anything while I'm out? The last thing I remember was in a room full of people hysterically laughing. I'm gonna need to get surgery so I can use this. I was being wheeled into emergency abdominal surgery once, and my girlfriend was with me. We are rolling down the hall, and they have the mask out to put me under, and I pause and say to her, "Don't let them touch my dick." The nurse smirked a little, and they put the mask on me. In somewhat of a panicked fashion, I pulled the mask off, stared up at my girlfriend, and with full weight and seriousness told her they can look at it, but no touching. I heard the doctor laughing as the gas kicked in. This takes the pie. Edit. I have been shown the light of the holy pie. When I came to from anesthesia, the young nurse and my wife had me by the arms and were walking me to our car. Apparently I said two chicks at the same time in the tone of Lawrence from Office Space. Edit. It wasn't major abdominal surgery, it was a spinal nerve injection. So just a few hours of being out, and when it was time to go home, I was still cars a height. They had a thing checking my heart, and it fell off and it flatlined. I told them, "God damn it, you killed me. Quick, we are losing me." As they were pushing the drugs, they asked me to count backwards from 10. All I could say was, "No." The room erupted in laughter, and I was out. Duck and make me document. If I don't make it through this, tell my wife I want her to be buried alive with me. If I don't make it through this, tell my wife I said hello. All I know is my gut says maybe. When I had my wisdom teeth removed and was given general anesthetic, I apparently said, "If this is what being on drugs is like, sign me up." He went and told on me to my mother. After I came to from having my wisdom teeth removed, they helped me stand up. I shook their hands off of me and yelled, "I've been drunk before," and proceeded to fall straight onto my face. Apparently my mom heard me and just had the Captain Kirk facepalm going on when I came out. Pickard, you swine. I once had to have my right hand operated on for a serious injury. Dr. Grace, will be able to play guitar after this? Oh sure you will. Funny, I never could before. The operating room feels silent. As the anesthesiologist was putting me under, he just said I'd start to feel sleepy soon. I asked him, "Aren't I supposed to be counting back from 100 or something?" He replied, "I don't know, I must have skipped that class. Being an anesthesiologist must be awesome as you can always get the last word in." Anesthesiologist, okay, how are you feeling now? Me, makes lame joke. Oddly, at this point the room starts cracking up. No way it was that funny, right? Anesthesiologist, told you so. Turns out he gave me a little anterograde amnesia before a spinal block, endured my stupid joke, then told the room, "Watch this. He's going to say the same dumb thing again, word for word." I like how you know it's a lame joke, then get suspicious that people actually laughed at it. Classic schmoss B. Who's the guy with the scythe standing in the corner? That's the other surgeon. He's sitting in. I was being put under for a wisdom tooth extraction a few years back, and it was the first time I've ever had anesthesia. They used injection method rather than gas, so they told me to watch the fluids going in, so I could gauge when I'd feel sleepy. I had this idea that I would say something like, "Oh no, doc, I've lost my eyesight," or something else preposterous. Before I could collect my thoughts, I just immediately blurted, "Well, she my voice progressively getting lower, and passed out. That made me laugh harder than any other comment. I asked for a tummy tuck while being wheeled in for a bowel resection. I said, while you're cutting it open, just cut some off. Then when I was done my surgery, but still pretty messed up on drugs, I asked if I was skinny and then cried when my drive told me he didn't give me a tummy tuck. Same doctor, different procedure, terribly inappropriate joke. Had to have a colonoscopy, so they gave me some medication where I was awake, but like, it was weird. Anyways, I was feeling silly and told him first time doing anal on camera and I'm not even getting paid. Terribly inappropriate joke. You mean appropriate? Awful lot of white people in here, me, after being sedated for a colonoscopy. This is even funnier if you're also white. Even funnier if you're the doctor. You have to look the surgeon squarely in the eyes and with a straight face, whisper, "I want you inside me." That's how you wake up with a prolapsed anus. Edit, duck, I can't believe you've done this. That's how you woke up with a prolapsed anus. Last time I went under, as I started to fade, I said, "You're gonna have to drive." I'm ducked up. Probably came out, "You're gonna have a drive." I'm fuagdua, method acting. I like it. When I got my wisdom teeth removed. Doctor, alright, so you feeling that sedative yet? Me, yeah, a little bit. I bet I can stay awake though. How long can people usually fight it? Doctor, not long. Good night. Me, blackout. I remember laughing when I woke up because that was the last thing I remember. I had this exact same conversation. The only difference was I woke up halfway through them taking out my wisdom teeth. My mother could hear my yelling from the waiting room. The doctor was, a little surprised. Edit, would this be a good time to mention I had an upper GI scope last week and woke up during that too? This one was less dramatic. I made eye contact with the doctor and then tried to rip the scope out of my mouth. Then back under I went. Wow. So many who have woken up during procedures. We should band together and do something. Something nefarious. Edit 2. I do not have red hair, nor am I Irish. Till red hair can indicate a resilience to anesthesia. Same here for my wisdom teeth. Woke up, saw blood all over the surgeon's hands, heard a crunch, they had to shatter a tooth, thought to myself, well duck that, and went right back to sleep. I tend to get massive erections while under anesthesia, but it's fine, just tape it down if it gets in the way. I had surgery in April and my doctor told me I had an erection. I didn't even care. Edit, holy crap, my highest rated comment. Thanks guys and gals. For anybody that was wondering, I had a cyst removal. How did that conversation go? So doc, how did it all go? Excellent. No problems at all, and you should be good to go tomorrow morning. You had a huge erection. Okay, I don't even care. I had just woken up after having my shoulder worked on. I was in and out of consciousness for a bit and just generally ducking, whacked out. I guess I shifted in the bed and moved the blankets a bit and exposed myself as the nurse came in. She smiled and moved the blankets back. I apparently told the nurse, "You saw mine. Do I get to see yours?" My wife was in the chair next to the bed. I remember thinking the nurse was smoking hot. I woke up and she told me she was flattered. I have no idea what I said. If something goes wrong and I go into a coma, don't you dare ducking. Cut my coma beard. Yes ma'am. Thanks for doing this. There aren't many surgeons out there who would operate on someone without health insurance. Wakes up in the parking lot wearing a surgery gown. Without a kidney. And a bill for a hospital stay. I had broken my wrist and was being put under to have 4 pins inserted. They gave me my anesthesia through a knife. I felt coldness spreading up my arm and across my chest. The nurse asked how I was doing and I said this must be what dying feels like. I heard her say, "Oh my god," then I was out. So did you die? Yes. My condolences. I actually did the same thing before both of mine. I managed to get out. I'll see you in the future doc. Or something. Either way, once the drugs kicked and I didn't care. Edit, a word. I actually just remembered I didn't get to say anything the first time. As I was about to lay down on the table they were stepping my arms down, and I shit you not the woman says, "Okay, put your arms out like a T, yeah it's like you're being crucified." I only got out what? Then I woke up and looked at the first woman. I said, "I'm ducking hungry." "Oh shit, sorry." She laughed and gave me goldfish. That's heavy. To the surgeon and nurse, I just want you both to know good luck. We are all counting on you. Surely you can't be serious. I'm serious, and don't call me Shirley. That's my line. Just before I blacked out, the anesthetist said to me, "This is the stuff that killed Michael Jackson. You can fondle me while I'm out if you want." They already do that. It's called a catheter, and if they don't do it, you piss yourself during surgery. I would prefer pissing myself than having a tube pushed up my wiener. Would you prefer having a tube pushed up your wiener or dying of septic shock because you peed into your own surgical wounds? Edit. My top comment is now about death by surgical whizzing. Reddit. Please never change. Before going under for wisdom teeth, the doctor said I might feel funny. They pushed the drugs and asked if I felt any different. My asshole, and only my asshole, began to itch like crazy, and it was hot, not warm. Hot like I just ate peppers with my ass. I told them my asshole is itching like crazy. The assistant was really bad at holding back a laugh. The doc resisted mightily, but he too succumbed to my newly discovered butthole emotions. For the record, my wife does not like it in the butt. Because I said this before my surgery. My wife is a raw nurse who works at the hospital I was in. I don't remember saying this, but her coworkers remember it. How did that go over later? She took it pretty well. I told her at least I didn't say you love it in the butt. Yo, lem know if you see my phone in there. I'm getting my asshole operated on at the end of the year. Saved. Yo, if you find a pair of plastic horses in there, don't worry. The situation is stable. Wow, I actually have a relevant story that happened recently. As I was getting ready to go under, they were placing a device in my mouth to keep me from biting down on the scope they were going to use for the endoscopy. Think medical ball gag, but a hard plastic ring instead of a ball. As the gal was placing it in, I asked, "Wait, what's the safe word?" I heard a good amount of laughing as the world turned to black. Your wife has a great ass. Waking from anesthesia one time, I heard someone say his blood pressure is a little high. Then I mumbled that'd be the anesthetist's assistant's fault. They then kinda startled, asked quickly why. Is that becoming slightly more coherent? I continued with, "She's really hot." They all laughed and said he'll be fine, and released from theater. I remember being a celeb at a hospital after I said I love my girlfriend cause she got big titties. When I'd go in, I'd have doctors and nurses teasing me. I was 16 at the time. Here's one that actually happened. My grandmother's sister was getting an epidural done for one of her children. When she came to, everybody involved couldn't stop giggling around her, and she had no idea why, until it comes out later that while she was doped, she had repeated one of my great-grandfather's favorite problems of logic. If you're shoved up to your neck backward up a sheep's ass, and there's a bear coming to eat ya, what do I do? Do you pull your head in, or bite the sheep's ass, to make it run faster? It's a shame he died before I was born, that man. Related comment but doesn't really answer the question. My dad was in the middle of a surgery repairing some pretty nasty damage on his wrist after a skiing accident. He was under heavy anesthesia, but the surgeons were having serious trouble with the screws in his wrist, which apparently jarred him around enough to wake up. He noticed their struggles and managed to say righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Then he passed back out. When I got my wisdom teeth out, the dentist's office was right next to a funeral home. I told the guy that if anything went horribly wrong, they could just take me next door. Mother and doctor were not amused. So after my dad had a triple bypass and was just waking up, and they had removed the breathing tube, I was in the room with him. I said something along the lines of, "Everything went perfect with your surgery, Dad. No problems." My dad in his drug haze said, "That is because I'm a perfect specimen of a human male, and it couldn't have gone any other way." Nurses were cracking up. Last time I went under. Started to feel a sort of paralysis and couldn't move. Me. Whoa. Did you give me something? Apostrophe. Nurse. Yes. Relax and don't fight it. Me. Okay. But you should sell this stuff in the gift shop. Everybody laughs. Surgeon. Are you okay? Me. Yeah. But I'm disappointed there's no cake. Surgeon. Laughing on the recovery notes, right, give the patient cake. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in recovery with a slice of chocolate cake on the table next to me. My wife went to the dentist last weekend. After several shots of numbing, she sang to him, "I can't feel my face when I'm with you." To the dentist's credit, without batting an eyelid, he replied in full voice, "'Cause I numbed it." Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel for more curated daily Reddit stories.